Welcome back. By now you should have a clear sales strategy and sales pitch in place to convert those leads into closed business. The goal of this video is to take a look at your operations, which is the fifth building block of your viable business model. I want to break down operations and product service delivery into this simple analogy. Every single business needs to produce a product or service that the target market needs. They then need to create a system that can reproduce the same product or service more than once at the exact same level of quality. The third part of this analogy is to now distribute the product or service to the target market and find different distribution channels. And if you can do that successfully over a long period of time, you will eventually dominate the market space. I'm going to use McDonald's as an example. McDonald's basically produced one product called a Big Mac. They then created a system that duplicated the same Big Mac more than once. When the quality was exactly the same, they found different distribution channels in franchises across the world, over 37,000 franchises through which they now distribute their product. And over a long period of time, they started to dominate the market because of this simple methodology. So as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, I want to encourage you to produce a product or service that the target market needs and find a system that can duplicate the same product or service more than once at the exact same level of quality. In order to do that, we need to go back and look at the packaged approach. So in the beginning of this course, I went through a packaged approach. Now it's time to scrutinize this packaged approach in an operational sense to get to the duplication pattern that's going to really bring success for you when it comes to your operations. So we got to look firstly and ask ourselves, is everything included in the package necessary, or is it just added noise? In other words, whatever you include in the package, is it really valuable, or is it just noise that just makes up or takes up a lot of space and it's not really serving any purpose in the package? Number two, is your pricing sorted out? So we did take a look at the pricing model and how to price your model to get to a profit. Is that now settled? And you got to understand what's my selling price, what's my profit price, and what's the expenses I'm going to pay. That's what you need to understand when it comes to the price of the package. Number three, production steps. What is the production steps to produce the product or the service? Now, a lot of my clients is a technician that's really good at what they do in their technical field, and normally it goes the same way. They tell me that unfortunately they can't be replaced. They are so good in what they do and they can't trust anybody else to deliver the same quality or service level. Now, I disagree with that. I believe that whatever product or service you produce, there's a step-by-step methodology that you can set up to get the same level every single time. And that is the entrepreneur speaking. So when you exit the technical box, you need to view your business from an entrepreneurial box and understand that I need to replace myself. Whatever I do, I need to systemize it. Once it's systemized, I need to replace myself with a system. Now the system is calling the shots. And once that happens and the quality remains the same, I'm going to employ my first person, put them into the system that they can get the result, and I will only manage them from the outside. That's the entrepreneur speaking. So go write down what your production steps are to get to that point. Next will be time frame. Will it be possible for you to produce the product or service consistently in the time frame that you promise when you do your marketing? Next, I want to encourage you again when it comes to the production steps to take the production steps and create a template out of it or a pattern. Once you have that template or pattern, you're good to go. You can systemize your product or service offering, which means you can move from production to duplication, and that's going to set you up for a lucrative income stream going forward. It's going to free you up from your business. In other words, you can step out, build the business from the outside, employ somebody in the system that gets the same result, because it's not the person getting the result, it's the system. And this is what it means to build a system-dependent business, not a people-dependent business. Well done, guys. This is now the end of module number 2. We're now moving over to module number 3, and I will see you in the next video.